Good evening, folks. It's Thal McRom, and we're back in Project Zomboid, in that same world where we just lost Raymond Foot. And now, after Raymond Foot's story has closed, we find ourselves watching a new story unfold. And tonight, we introduce the story of Mullins, a burger flipper who worked at Spiffos here in Muldrow, who's found himself trying to figure out what to do with his life now that the end times seem to have happened. His neighbors have turned into monsters. The people he once served burgers to now crave something else, something he dare not serve. What does he do in this new world where he's not having to grind for a daily wage, he's not having to flip burgers, he just has to survive and avoid becoming the next item on the menu? So let's our story begin as we watch and see what happens with Monte Mullins. And just for people's information, I did take the burger flipper background, and I added the traits High Thirst, Sunday Driver, and he comes with Keen Cook, which basically gives him extra cooking recipes. And I gave him Dexterous and Wakeful, so he's going to drink more. He's a slow driver. He knows a lot about cooking. He's pretty quick with his hands, and he doesn't need as much sleep. So that's Monte's skill profile. And we started in this house, and the only thing I've done so far is I turned down the volume on this TV, simply because, it could be useful. Now we're going to start exploring here. No immediate zombies jumping out at us here. I got ahead and put him into sneak mode, just because, we're going to need that. So we've got some food here in our starting kitchen. Not a lot, but we've got some. That's okay. See here, got a photo album and a magazine here on the shelf. It is very dark in the house right now. Oh, this is a very red room. This room is very red. We're going to close those curtains so we don't get any zombies in here. Okay. Leather jacket. The leather jacket could actually be worthwhile, because that'll give us some armor. So let's go ahead and wear that leather jacket. There we go. Alright. Got a sewing kit. We're going to take that with us. Wait, does it have any? Yeah, it has needle, thread, and stuff in it, so we're taking that. Perfect. We're going to grab this black pin as well. That way we can make marks on the map and stuff. We're going to just work our way through. Okay, it is dark in here, and I cannot see. Why is it so dark in that room? Alright. Just gonna have to break down and turn the lights on. That room is pitch black. There we go. Okay, now we can go turn the lights back off in the living room. Lights will attract zombies if you're not careful. That's why you try not to leave them on with the windows uncovered. And here we've got a corset. That's a new item. And a t-shirt. Which, I'm just going to go ahead and rip that into some usable materials here. Now, we do have this 9mm we start with. Thanks to the new combat stuff that they've added recently. We'll just keep that as kind of our backup pistol. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that... right, because I don't have a magazine. I can't actually attach it to our belt. This room is dark as all get out, too. There it goes. I managed to accidentally click on the light switch. Fantastic. Okay, so... not a whole lot. And with it being nighttime, I think we're just going to go ahead and put our character to bed. Especially because we have no idea what time it is. Actually, what we can do, is I saw one over here, is we can grab this alarm clock and carry it around with us. And Set the alarm. Good, there's no alarm on it. Okay, perfect. Can we check the time? Used to would let you check the time. Secondary? Aha! We put it in our offhand. We now know what time it is. It's 1 a.m. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and speed through the night here. Nope. Not tired enough to sleep. Alright. The drawbacks of having a wakeful... Or, yeah, basically not needing as much sleep. Okay, so we have an outdoor shed. Sneak out the back and see what things look like. I don't see any zombies immediately around. Got a street light over there. It's dark in there. Got like a closet or something in here. This is the weirdest looking house I've ever seen. This game, it's got like a little shed slash something here. I can't see because it's so dark. Okay, here we go. We'll grab that just because we can use the books later on. Nothing. You just have like no weapons in this house beyond the 9mm we started with. So I guess I'll just put that in my primary hand just in case something happens. Alright. Well, this is going to be a rough start. So I think I'm going to burn some time while we wait for morning. And I'm not going to make you all sit here and watch all this, but let's get through till morning so that Monty can actually start to see what's going on outside. Okay, sun's starting to come up. Monty's gotten a little hungry while we spent the night reading. So we're going to go ahead and top off his water because he's got high thirst, so he's going to get hungry or thirsty pretty often. And then food-wise, I think we'll just eat these potato chips for now, just because I don't have anything else ready for him to eat, really. There we go. Alright, let's sneak out the back here. It's now 5 a.m., so we're starting to get some sun. Here, oh. Got a burnt steak. That's awful. And we'll take it, because we can apparently use that as a fishing lure. Or even eat it in desperation. Oh, so this is an entrance to a basement. That's what this is. Oh. They've really done this whole basement thing quite a bit. We got Dryerland. Okay, not helpful. Small handle. Battery. What else we got? What else we got? We got some ice cream. Okay. So we're not as bad off as I thought. I was wondering what that was. Now we know. Alright, so let's keep going over here. Zoom out a little bit. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I did not push that luck. Alright, so you see this aiming reticle I've got? That's the new combat thing for pistols. So like I could fire my gun, but it's gonna draw every zombie over there. So we're not gonna do that. In fact, I'm going to unequip the gun. There we go. Let's work our way this way. Come on. Alright, so we gotta find a way past these zombies here. Because this house is just not gonna be sustainable for us, I don't think. I'm hearing something. Not seeing any zombies around. Anything in the back of this? It's not gonna let me check the inside of the car. What about this? Is it unlocked? Oh, it is. We got into the car. Nice. We got a lighter. Fantastic. We will take this empty plastic bottle. We got some matches as well. You know, we will wear the safety glasses. Protect our eyes a bit. And there we go. We got a claw hammer. Nice. Yeah, I know it's a little heavy there, bud. I got it. We're going to equip that to our left belt. Oh, this is good. This is all good stuff here. Hearing something, though. Oh, there it is. Got a zombie. I was wondering what I was hearing. Okay, zombies down. Here's another one. Came over the fence at us. That's okay. It's lost and confused, apparently. Come on, Monty. We got this. I know. You're a burger flipper, not a fighter. That's okay. Just think of this like, you know, the Waffle House. Sometimes you just gotta throw chairs at a drunk at 3 a.m. One of these days, I'm gonna walk down into one of these basements and there's just gonna be zombies. So we got welding rods down here. Not what we're looking for. Not help in this particular instance here. House is unlocked. No alarm. Got the magazines. Frying pan and whisk. Cheese grater. Nothing there that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and drink from the kitchen sink and also fill up our new water bottle. It's going to be kind of heavy because it's like a 2-liter bottle. Yep. That's okay. Oh, we got a key. Put that on our key ring. And we got a screwdriver. Nice. Okay, so we're going to equip this trash bag in our secondary. Because what we can do is we can use it to carry things. So we'll throw the extra ammunition in here. Throw the alarm clock in here. Magazine. Throw the sewing kit in here as well. And the screwdriver. Stuff we're not going to need immediately. We're going to toss in there. That'll help lighten up our load a little bit. There we go. Fridge. We got some fresh steak and stuff. So we'll take all that with us. Actually, maybe we should leave that here, thinking about that. This house is a little better prepared to keep things safe for us at the moment. It's not quite in the middle of town. Pizza cutter, spatula, nothing crazy there. What do we have over here? We have a cowboy hat. We don't really need a cowboy hat. Bathroom zombies? Nope, no bathroom zombies. In the drawer, we've got TV remote, other stuff. Not seeing a TV, though. I got upstairs. We got upstairs. Sometimes you gotta be careful. Sometimes there could be zombies upstairs. Alright, tank top, doll, hoodie, diary, pen, notebook. Alright. Kind of liking this house better. We might be able to use this one long term. Especially if we can find the keys to that van out there. Oh, we got a travel catalog. That'll make us feel better. Empty hot water bottle. Interesting. What's in here? Oh, we got a little closet with Some reading glasses and stuff. Nothing great value. What about over here? This bathroom? This bathroom. Hair gel, tweezers. And we'll go ahead and wash all of our clothing off here from where we had to fight the zombies. Alright, so we found a few things. I would really like a backpack, though. That's, I think, our first real goal is to find, like, a backpack. As well, the garbage bag works. And from a stats standpoint, the garbage bag gives us a, 50% encumbrance reduction. It's not really a great long-term solution. Well, then we got another lighter. We will take the lighter. Those disposable lighters are good because basically they'll let us start fires and light things. Sure, they'll run out over time, but it's still useful to have for in a pinch. There's a dress in the trash. What about in the box? Empty beer cans and soda cans. All right. I'm gonna stop sneaking for a second. Alright, so map-wise, we're on this side of Muldrow this time. So we're not quite where we were, but we've got what looks like a hospital down there, and then some retail and commercial stuff down this way. So that's the house we started at. That's the one we've ended up at. So let's head towards the commercial zone, see if we can't find something useful. Yep, we can already see some zombies wandering around down here in the trees. Get back into sneak mode. Make sure that's the only one. Yeah, we know it's there. Come on. Go down. There we go. Digital watch. Nice. Set alarm. No alarm is already set on it. Good. So let's wear that on our left wrist. Wear on left wrist. Now we have the time, and we don't need to use our clunky put the alarm clock in our hand to look at it thing. It looks like there's a little bit of a herd down that way. Let's hop the fence here. You can hop the fence just by holding E, by the way, for people who don't know. And we got a zombie sitting here on the ground. Let's deal with this one. Thank you. One less zombie. Oh, we got a key ring on it. We got it. I hear another one. Yep, I thought I heard another one. Come on. We got a key to a taxi of some sort. If that zombie was a taxi driver. I wonder if they ever gave Monty rides before here. Alright. This one has a residence key. And this key ring will go over there. Yeah, the zombie can have that key ring. Because we don't need it. So you have some residence keys and a taxi key. If we can find that taxi, it probably has gas. Anybody in here? Yeah, there's not anybody in there, but there's a zombie at the front door. Oh, got one around the front here. We got a couple of, we got a bunch over here. You have to be very careful. Come on, just one of you, please. Yep, well, we got another one over here. Kill both of these. Grab this key real quick. And I grab the keys just because that's less houses we have to figure out how to get into later sometimes. Alright, so we still got these two. Alright, that's one of them down. Well, that's both of them down. I got one coming through the trees here. Alright. Monty has valiantly defended himself and scouted this area. Fought off several zombies trying to break into a house. He picks through the zombie remains looking for useful items. It's a grisly thing, but Monty knows that in these times, sometimes you just have to do it. You know? Just gotta do what it takes to survive sometimes. Alright. He feels disgusted with what he's had to do. He didn't have any choice. Okay. He checks the houses. Nothing yet, but we have a sheet. So, let's make a sling bag real quick. We can use. We'll put that on our back. Equip that on the back. There we go. I think we're just going to go ahead and put the pistol in there. Because I don't want to use the pistol unless I have to for some reason. There we go. That's helping us save up some space. Did I check this for over here? I did not. But we'll take the sleeping pills. They can be useful in a pinch. What about this bookshelf? Nothing valuable there. Alright, what about in here? We got a book that'll help him with these stressful days. That's about it. Let's see if we can't secure some food, though. Got some stale bologna, unfortunately, but a fresh pineapple. That'd be nice. Maple syrup. We'll take the maple syrup. You know, nothing bad about having a little bit of something sweet to eat. Didn't check the freezer. Stale, fresh. One of this food's in rough shape. Already checked in here. Okay, so we'll eat the pineapple, though. Pineapple, that'll be good. That'll make us feel better. Tasty. Alright. Monty will make his way back out here towards this industrial area. But first we're going to peek here in this shed, which seems to be locked. I'm not seeing any windows. Alright. Well, we don't have the stuff to dismantle the door. I'm trying to figure out what kind of industrial place this is. There's a little small group of zombies down there. Something that looks like a water pumping station over there. Okay, so I was missing some of the zombies. We got a few. We're gonna hop the fence here. There we go. We've made it over the fence. Didn't seem to draw any extra attention. No, we got a couple over there. This is a laundromat from the looks of it. Doesn't look like there's any entrance on the back, so we're gonna go through the gate here. Let me go through that gate. Okay. I have to go around then. That's fine. And we're gonna have to be careful as we get into commercial areas like this. There tends to be a lot more zombies. Yep, see, there they are. They definitely noticed us. I'm gonna backpedal a little bit. They're trying to break into the laundromat, apparently, and that is drawing quite the crowd. We've got one with a, looks like a knife. So we'll see if we can't take some of these here. Alright, getting a little risky here. Back off. Alright, we're down to just one. Alright. Okay. Looks like we've managed to somehow take the herd. Monty's a little panicky. He's never had, you know, 5, 6 people rush him before. Especially 5, 6 people with, you know, a crazed look in their eye. Clearly hungry for his fleshy bits. Oh, we got a kitchen knife, though. There we go. We're going to equip that on our right belt. There we go. So now we have a kitchen knife. Something Monty's familiar with. You know? Being a cook. Even if just a burger flipper and fry cook. Okay. So that building is empty. Alright. You take out the zombie. Monty looks around. Looking for anything. The laundromat, while not his first choice of place to go to. Especially now that he set off the alarm. Gonna have to kind of move quickly. Alright. Monty has to make a hasty retreat as the alarm from the laundromat has unfortunately alerted every one of these hungry undead in the area to his presence. And now he's got to decide what's the safe escape route. Clears out the few who followed him. Alright. Finally, the alarm shuts off. You can see that a horde has taken up residence in the place he was trying to loot. Oh, quite a lot of them, actually. Oh, goodness. One sneaking up on him from over the fence, too. But he manages to get it knocked down. Quick stomp takes care of it. We have another one coming. Another one. He worries he's drawn every undead in the city. With his, you know, efforts to gain just a few supplies, finds himself surrounded. He hops the fence yet again, making a hasty retreat. He's learning more about sneaking and being quiet to avoid being noticed. But even so, it may prove to be too little too late. With his blunder of setting off the alarm. He chooses the new direction to go and explore. Somewhere where maybe he'll have better luck. But you can already see the herds moving in from that direction. So he must move cautiously. Already he's encountered a first straggler. But he dispatches it. This area is ripe with danger, it seems. He has to sprint to maintain a little bit of space between himself and the zombie hordes. You can hear more zombies, even if you can't see them. They're somewhere. Probably in those trees. Yep, they seem to be lost in the trees. Thankfully, while his foes of undead seem to be endless, they seem easily confused by things like trees. Take the small victories, I guess. However, these small victories are short-lived, as their numbers are seemingly endless. Yeah. Had to eliminate the one we were standing on. The way the noise was coming through the system there, I wasn't sure it was her making all that ruckus there. Alright. He takes a few moments to breathe and recompose himself after having had to fight quite a number of people that he's probably even served burgers to. Maybe he didn't know them. Maybe he only saw them in passing. But people, nonetheless. Okay, we hear some snarling. Don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Found it. we've definitely woken up the zombies inside the house now. Can't see them. There's one. There's always a bathroom zombie for some reason. Got one in his bedroom, too. Those 4 zombies were probably people who attempted to hide from what was going on and died in their own house. We press on, hoping to find more useful equipment. Another house just absolutely full of zombies. We'll move on and not risk opening that house of zombies. Perhaps we can find something useful in their outside storage. Or not. Food marker, we found a receipt. Yep. Oh, goodness. And we're hurt. Alright, well. Monty gets bitten, attempting to clear out this area. One zombie. That's all it takes. One zombie. Mistiming on a swing. The hammer. And getting bitten. Okay. Seeing as how he's already bitten and not long for this world, he decides to make use of that handgun he found before and see if he can't take some of these zombies out with him this time. Monty decides to end his days in a blaze of glory. He has to reload. Three magazines down. Monty's learning to shoot in a different manner than he ever expected. You know, he'd always owned a handgun for plinking, but he never expected to actually use it for self-defense. Fourth magazine down. He has to run now, so that he can get the time he needs to reload. Having run out of full magazines, Monty now has to slowly but carefully shove rounds into the magazine on the run. This is a difficult thing to do. He fires. Does the zombie stay down? Or is it just a wound? Alright. Got that one coming over the fence. Hopefully it will stay down. Does not. You have to reload. Our journey takes us through various sites, wrecks, from people panicking and trying to flee. "35 rounds left he has in his pistol. He's down to his last 20 rounds. He finds himself backed into a corner again, nearly grabbed. He sprints. He runs. His last rounds. The gun clicks empty. No rounds left for his last attempt to be rid of these zombies. Funny enough, he passes a sign saying all hatred will burn in hell. He wonders if that's where he is now, watching his neighbors, his friends, people he'd seen, coming towards him like an unstoppable horde. Bleeding and panicked, he pulls out his last weapon, a knife. Exhausted, panicked, losing, stressed, injured. He fights desperately to try to survive just a little bit longer against this never-ending horde. His knife breaks. Back to the hammer. Reliable, but crude. Passes an ambulance. Who knows? Maybe it was carrying the first infected and crashed when the infected awoke and attacked the drivers. We'll never know. Ah. The Dino gas station. He used to come here often on his lunch breaks, refuel the car, get a snack. Now, the memory of days past. As he runs by it in his panic. The Sunstar Motel. Back when people used to stop by and visit the town. Now, probably the site of Monty's last stand. Monty fights. He's getting tired. He's slowly thinning the herd. And he knows that he can't keep this up. Especially against these tireless, pursuing undead. Oh, another missed swing. And they get him. It's going to be over now. They've got him. He can't push them back anymore. He fights desperately. He breaks free. But that's too much. And he goes down. Poor Monty only survived in the apocalypse for 16 hours. One mistake, one zombie, one bite. Then a desperate play to try and thin out the herd in case other survivors might come along. And so, the story of Monty ends. Just another zombie in the crowd now. That's just the story of how he died.